Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today.
Good
Good
afternoon, Your
afternoon, Your
Honor.
Honor.
Your Honor,
Yes, Ms. Gant.
if I may, there is a Spanish interpreter on the line for position 5. Mr. Espinoza does not need the services of an interpreter. However, his mother plans to join the Zoom call and she will need an interpreter.
Okay, thank you.
And also, Your Honor, we'd asked for an interpreter for position 4, Dominguez. However, Mr. Dominguez will be a medical reset today, Your Honor.
Okay. And we're going to reset him until tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor.
Out of curiosity, are there any other medical resets today?
No medical resets for Ms. Gant. Maybe perhaps Ms. Kim can weigh in.
Not from my side either. Your Honor, I was not able to talk to Thompson Lashan, the position number 14, and I'll try to contact the jail one more time until I can reach and interview him.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kim. Which cases are yours today, Ms. Kim?
Mine is from 8, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, who's reset till tomorrow?
Position number 4, Dominguez. So while we're waiting for the jail to get on, let's see. Welcome, Ms. Duncan. Good to have you here. I see
Your
that.
Honor,
Yes, Ms. Gant.
again, I apologize for interrupting. Regarding position 1, I believe that he bonded out. Mr. Brown.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Judge Morrow.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you doing?
We're trying to get there. We're going to bring him around in a few.
Okay, I know we just got out of SAP not too long.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand. The SAP calendar today ran until about 1 o'clock, so. Okay, well, we'll just be in recess until courtroom 2 is ready. Okay, whenever you're ready, courtroom two.
We got Gibbs, Judge.
Say it again.
Gibbs.
Okay, this is position 6, Katrika Gibbs. Good afternoon, Ms. Gibbs. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? You're on mute, courtroom two. Courtroom two. Okay, thank you. Do you agree to have your case heard by video, Ms. Gibbs?
Yes.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003748Y with battery substantial physical harm. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
No, it's not.
Mr. Howard, are you with me? Is this your case, Ms. Brown?
It is, Judge.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You can proceed.
Yes, Judge. This incident took place at 6490 Connell Road, Atlanta, Fulton County. There, the officer made contact with the victim, Terrence Phelps, and in speaking with him, he indicated that the defendant had scratched him on the left side of his neck, leaving some scratches. The officer took photos and videos of the injuries. For her criminal record, Judge, I see that she has a prior arrest for simple battery and a trafficking out of 2019. Looks like that case was dead docketed. The bond recommendation in this case is a $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Terrence Phelps, a stay away from 6490 Connell Road, and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, Judge.
Oh, that is a field.
Okay.
Please.
I'm not sure who that is, but Ms. Gant, go ahead.
Okay, I do apologize, Your Honor. Miss Katrika Gibbs is 46 years old. She has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area her entire life. She has 2 children, ages 32 and 29. Your Honor, we are opposed to the stay away at the incident location. I had the occasion to speak to Mr. Phelps. He should be on the Zoom call today. He informed me that he wants her to return to the residence. As I understand it, they live together, Your Honor. Ms. Gibbs completed high school. She has a college degree in medical assisting. She is not employed at this time and has been unemployed for a period of time. Therefore, she is unable to pay much, if anything, toward bond. Your Honor, she denies the allegations. She denied that this happened at all. I am requesting a signature bond. The pre-trial report that I received indicates that she is recommended, Your Honor. And again, I would request a signature bond, a no violent contact order, and those are my recommendations. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Phelps, if you would like to address the court, I'll need for you to activate your camera, and I'll need to swear you in. All right, if you're there, Mr. Phelps, I need for you to indicate that you're with us. And Ms. Gant, you did tell me that you spoke with him?
Yes, Your Honor. I do not see him on the call, but I spoke to him, Your Honor.
Okay, he's on my screen, he's at the top left, very top left.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Maybe he's having difficulty. With that being the case, and that she's recommended, it's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1-day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Mr. Phelps, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Ms. Gibbs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yep. Next case 11.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Now, come on.
I know, and she's sitting up there.
Who do we have?
11.
Ms. Simmons, good afternoon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003806E with simple battery. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
First arrest.
Okay. Afternoon, Ms. Duncan.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This incident occurred yesterday at 2620 Santa Barbara Drive Northwest. That is the location where the defendant in this case lives, as well as the victim, her sister, Tamaya Stevens. That's TAMYASTEVENSON. Your Honor, the facts of this case indicate that there was an altercation between the defendant and her sister, Ms. Stevenson, where the defendant in this case pushed Ms. Stevenson that resulted in a physical altercation. Because we do have a concern of the risk of reoffense because they live together, we're requesting a bond in the amount of $2,000 surety because of the violent nature. We're asking for no further violent contact in this case, Your Honor, as well as a one-day anger awareness and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons.
Okay. Afternoon, Ms. McLeod.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My client is 19 years old. She is a native of Atlanta. She is gainfully employed. And most important, Your Honor, this is the first time she has been arrested. She tells me that her sister was the primary aggressor in this case, Your Honor. She does have a niece whose mother is dead, who lives in the home and for whom she and her mother are the primary caretakers, Your Honor. So based on the fact that this is her first arrest, I would ask the court to consider giving her a signature bond so she can get out of jail, get back to work, and get back to taking care of her furry young niece.
Was Ms. Stevenson also arrested in this matter?
No, Your Honor. My client tells me that someone had to stay with the child, so the officers elected not to arrest her.
Okay. And has anyone spoken with Ms. Stevenson?
I was unable to, Your Honor.
We were not able to make contact either, Your Honor.
Okay. It's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, one-day anger awareness, no further violent contact with Ms. Stevenson, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you,
Thank
Ms.
you, Your Honor.
Simmons.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
Position 2.
Good afternoon, Ms. Cantrell. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, sir.
You have been charged in case 22 CR 003803H with battery. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
I got first arrest.
Okay. Afternoon, Ms. Harmon.
Good afternoon, Judge Morrow. And in this case, Your Honor, the offense date appears to be 6/11/22 at 8120 Peachtree Dunwoody Road. The victim in this case is Catherine Salamanca. Salamanca is SALAMANCA. The brief facts are, Your Honor, that the victim in this case was at her job cleaning. She appears to be like a hotel staff cleaner. She does not know the defendant. She said the defendant just started making comments to her and then attacked her unprovoked. The victim was afraid during the attack, and she told officers that she was struck by a cell phone, had her hair pulled, and she was all scratched up. Our office was able to reach out to Ms. Salamanca this morning, and she reiterated that she does not know this defendant. She was at work. She went into the room where she was grabbed by the hair and dragged through the room in the corridor. The victim said when she ran away from the defendant shouted obscenities at her and called her an effing Latina. The victim said when she screamed, the defendant, again, I'm just reiterating what the victim said, is she hit her with a cell phone and she did sustain some bumps and scratches and bruises. She also said a lot of her hair has fallen out from the defendant pulling it. She did go to the doctor the following day after the incident because she said she had a headache and her body was hurting. She got some pain meds and was advised to come back if her symptoms worsened. We do believe that this defendant does pose a danger to this victim based on the incident details. This appears to be a completely unprovoked attack on the victim. And in that respect, she's a danger to the community because she just attacked a stranger out of nowhere. So our recommendation in light of the foregoing is a $3,500 surety bond, absolutely no further contact with the victim, a one-day anger awareness course, a stay away from the incident location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Gant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Kelly Cantrell is 47 years old. She has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area her entire life. She has family here, including 2 children, a 28-year-old and a 22-year-old. Your Honor, we are unopposed to the stay away. Miss Cantrell does not have any reason to return to that location. Miss Cantrell completed high school. She also completed a semester of college in nursing. She is gainfully employed at UPS and has been in that position since December of 2021. Your Honor, my client denies the allegation. She states that while a paid guest in this hotel, she had informed management that she did not want anyone entering her room. She informs me that the complaining witness, Miss Salamanca, not only entered her room, but also gave a master key to Ms. Cantrell's boyfriend so that he could enter her room without her consent. Ms. Cantrell states that Ms. Salamanca actually attacked her first, and she was merely acting in self-defense, Your Honor. I did not hear about any violent convictions. In fact, my client informs me that she has no prior history. I am requesting a signature bond as she is recommended. Again, we are unopposed to the stay away and the no contact orders. Thank you, Your Honor.
It's going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, one-day anger awareness, stay away from the Peachtree Dunwoody Road address, and no further contact with Ms. Salamanca, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, Ms. Cantrell.
Position 3.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dean. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Dean, you've been charged in case 22 CR 0038058 with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
15 total. Last arrest was 2019 for ag assault. He's on probation for that. 20 SC 174-266. On probation for disorderly conduct out of state court. 19 CR 001-583J. Last arrest was December 2019 for the ag assault. So you got another disorderly conduct conviction from 2016. I got a battery DV that was not presented to grand jury from 2016 out of DeKalb County. Trespass conviction 2014. 2013 failure to appear. We got some forgery convictions. 2010 battery DV, it was dismissed out of state court. That's it.
Ms. Harmon?
Yes, Your Honor. And
Oh,
then-
hold on. I'm sorry. They got TPO too. The victim in that is Taisha McKenzie, but it was issued on the 7th of this month. It's supposed to expire the 27th of this month. I guess that's when they go to court. That's it.
Okay. Ms. Harmon?
Yes, Your Honor. The offense date in this case is June 13, 2022, with the incident location of 925 Conley Road in Atlanta. The parties are married and they do share a child. The officers responded to the incident location in reference to a domestic dispute. The victim in this case is Valencia Dubois. It's VALENCIA, last name DUBORE. Ms. Dubois advised that she and the defendant had been arguing for a few days, and on the morning of the incident, she tried to de-escalate the ongoing argument by ignoring the defendant and walking away from the defendant, but he continued to follow her around the apartment, yelling at obscenities at her. As she was leaving the apartment, trying to get ready, she grabbed a phone charger cord, and the defendant told her she could not leave with the cord. They had a brief struggle over the cord until they broke in half, and then the defendant started striking Ms. Dubois with the cord, leaving lacerations on her arm. Your Honor, we do believe that this defendant presents a danger to the victim based on the incident detail, but more compelling is the risk to reoffend. There is the 2020 ag assault, and that was with a deadly weapon, Your Honor, that did involve a handgun, and he got a first offender. Mr. Howard just gave you that case number. The 2022 disorderly conduct, he was accused of causing visible bodily harm by repeatedly kicking and striking with a closed fist a different victim by the name of Eric Chapman. So it's ongoing violence with this defendant. And even though the 2010 and 2016 battery family violence were only arrests, they were still arrests that contribute to his pattern of violence. In light of the foregoing, Your Honor, we would ask that you would issue a $3,500 surety bond, no further contact with the victim in this case, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, to stay away from the incident location, a one-day anger awareness course, and a third-party transfer of any children, nothing further.
Thank you, Ms. Gant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. DeAnthony Dean is 30 years old. He has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area his entire life. He shares a 2-year-old son with the complaining witness, Ms. DuBois. He informs me that Ms. DuBois is in fact his wife. Your Honor, Mr. Dean also is the father of 4 additional children, ages 11, 9, 8, and 4. He does pay child support for 3 of those children. Your Honor, we are unopposed to this stay away. However, we would request a one-time law enforcement escort, as I understand that Mr. Dean still has belongings in that at that residence. Mr. Dean completed the 11th grade. He is currently employed full-time at Richfield Roofing. Your Honor, he denies the allegations. He informs me that he, in fact, was trying to de-escalate the situation. While I acknowledge my client's history, Your Honor, he is presumed innocent in this case, and I would ask that Your Honor not consider any arrests that have not led to convictions. I'm requesting a signature bond on Mr. Dean's behalf, and if Your Honor determines that he is ineligible, I would ask for a bond of no more than $1,000. And again, we are unopposed to the stay away and the no contact orders. And of course, we're unopposed to the third party transfer as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, before you make your ruling, I neglected to tell you that we did speak to the victim in this case, and that she stated that she does not want the defendant to return to her address. And she does not want any contact with the defendant, and she plans on filing her own TPO against the defendant. She does not want the defendant to have any contact with her child either. That is her preference. And she did tell our VWAP person that she would be on the Zoom, so I don't know if she's made it onto the Zoom to testify. But I did want to give you that update, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Harmon. If Mr. DuBois is on the line and would like to speak on this matter, this is your opportunity. You'll need to activate your camera and unmute yourself. Okay, it doesn't appear that Ms. DuBois is on the line. As such, it's going to be $1,000 good bond. No further contact with Ms. DuBois. Stay away from the Connolly Road address. He can go back to that address on one occasion, accompanied with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that he might have there. He is to have third-party transfer for visitation of the child. No drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Dean.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who do we have next?
Position 5.
Really, I haven't lived there. I just, I've been down here with my mom, you know, helping her with my kids and the money. And
Okay, so I was advised that the interpreter is not needed for Mr. Espinosa, but the interpreter may be needed for Mr. Espinosa's mom. Is that correct, Ms. Gant?
Yes, Your Honor, and her name is Ella Espinosa. However, she may be appearing under Vicky Espinosa's name. I don't see them on, I'm not sure if they're on the Zoom call.
I see a Vicky. So Madam Interpreter, good afternoon. You can raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability? Okay, I can't hear you. So I don't know if your sound is off. Okay. And so while Madam Interpreter is trying to get her sound together, I'm going to just go ahead and speak with Mr. Espinosa. Good afternoon, Mr. Espinosa. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? And you're on mute, courtroom 2. Courtroom 2.
Go ahead, Judge.
Okay, do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Claims that we have, like 3 boys.
Mr. Espinosa, did you hear my question?
No.
We're doing this by video. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You have been charged in case 22 CR 003814A with criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Third arrest. Last arrest was on the 4th of this month for hit and run.
You said what?
We doing Espinoza, right?
Position 5, yes.
Yeah, that's what I have. Hold on. Yeah, last arrest was June 4th out of Forsyth County for hit and run. Before that was September 2021, reckless conduct out of Roswell. That's open in state court, 21 CR 005028, A as in apple. That's it.
Okay. Are we still having difficulty, Madam Interpreter? No, we can't hear you. Do you want to log out maybe and log back in? Okay, why don't we do that and see if that works? Okay. And I'm going to give the mother the opportunity to speak, but let's just proceed until we can get the interpreter back on. Ms. Harmon.
Yes, Your Honor. The offense date in this case is 6/13/22. The address, the incident address is 1478 Raintree Drive, Unit G in Roswell, Georgia. The brief facts are that the officers responded to the incident location in reference to a domestic dispute. The officers noticed that there was broken glass and chairs thrown across the apartment room. The items, which were household items, a figurine and a glass vase, were broken by the defendant in a fit of rage because his sister would not give him back his money that he asked her to hold for her. He was also kicking the doors in this fit. His sister, Vicky Suarez, advised that to officers that he has a history of these outbursts. He was arrested accordingly, and at the time of the arrest, he did shoulder check one of the officers. Your Honor, we do believe that this defendant presents a risk, a danger to the victim, not only because Ms. Suarez says that he has outbursts like this before, but because in that open reckless conduct case, that case did involve a gun. That was last year, 9/22/21, where officers responded to the very same incident location to shots fired. The defendant's mom, who is Miss Ella Espinoza, who is the actual victim in our case as well, who is preparing to testify, was lying on the couch in the home with the defendant when she heard shots fired. She walked into his room and she saw him holding a rifle. He began pacing up and down the hallway. Excuse me. Pardon me. He began pacing up and down the hallway, and his mother had to call his sister to calm him down. So there are some definite anger issues here, Your Honor, that are very concerning to the state. In that case, Your Honor, Judge Law gave him a $1,000 surety bond and no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. In light of the foregoing, Your Honor, our recommendation is a $2,000 surety bond, excuse me, no further contact with the victim, Ella Espinoza, who is the defendant's mother, a one-day anger awareness course, stay away from the incident location, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. And that's because we do believe that there is ongoing violence in the home involving this same victim at this same location. So the state is very, very concerned, and that is the basis of our recommendation in this case. Nothing further.
Ms. Gant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Edward Espinoza is 20 years old. He has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area his entire life. He has family here, including his mother and his sister. Your Honor, we are opposed to the stay away at the incident location. Miss Vicky Espinosa, my client's sister, informs me that that is actually Miss Ella's residence. Mr. Edward Espinoza lives there. He informs me that he does not have an alternate address and that he will be homeless. Miss Ella informs me through her daughter that she does want him to return to the home. Mr. Espinoza completed high school. He just found a job at Taco Mac. He has been there for 2 or 3 days. Hopefully he hasn't lost that job. Your Honor, we are denying the allegations today. We heard from the state, and I would just ask the court to consider that regarding the incident back in September, those are allegations, just like these are allegations in this current case. My client is presumed innocent. I am requesting a signature bond. If Your Honor determines that he is ineligible, and I would ask for a low bond of no more than $1,000. Again, we are opposed to the no contact and the stay away orders and would ask that Your Honor grant a no violent contact order. Thank you.
Madam Interpreter, are you with us now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Very good. I can hear you. Excellent. Thank you. Let's see. Would you sound for either Vicky Suarez or Ella Espinosa and ask them if they would like to address the court, that they'll have to unmute and activate their cameras for me?
Si las señoras Ela Espinosa o Vicky Espinosa están presentes, por favor, deben encender su cámara y su micrófono si quieren dirigirse al señor juez Morrow.
Sí, nosotros estamos aquí.
Buenas tardes. We're here.
Okay. And is the mother Ella Espinosa?
¿La madre es Ela Espinosa?
Sí.
Yes.
Yes. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura o afirma que la declaración que dará ante este juez será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí.
I do.
What would you like to tell the court regarding this matter?
¿Qué quisiera contarme con respecto a este tema? Y por favor hágame pausas.
Sí, yo lo que quiero es ahorita del caso de mi hijo Edward, no lo acusamos de nada, solo estamos buscándole ayuda.
I'm not accusing my son of anything. All we're trying to obtain is help for him.
Okay. And did you find it necessary to call the police to help you deal with your son?
¿Le hizo falta, o sea, fue necesario llamar a la policía para ayudarla a manejar a su hijo esa vez?
Pues fue necesario, pero pudimos haberlo controlado nosotros.
It was necessary, but we could have been controlled him by ourselves.
And this happened back a little over a year ago when you had to call the police to help you with your son again. Is that right?
Y esto pasó hace un año cuando tuvieron que llamar a la policía para que la ayudara con su hijo de nuevo, ¿cierto?
¿Cuándo es eso? Disculpe, hace un año, no recuerdo de eso. ¿De qué?
I'm sorry, you said about a year ago. I don't remember that.
Where he allegedly shot a gun in the house or near the house?
Cuando se alega que él disparó un arma en la casa o cerca de la casa.
Pero no hace aproximadamente un año. Eso, yo no llamé a la policía esa vez. No sé qué sucedió. Yo no llamé para nada.
I really don't know what happened. That didn't happen about a year ago, and I did not call the police. I didn't.
Okay. Are you afraid of your son?
¿Le teme a su hijo?
No, yo no le a mi hijo. Para mí él no es un peligro nada.
No,
De
I'm
hecho-
not afraid of my son. He's not doesn't mean a danger to me or anything like that.
De hecho, ayer se le llamó a la policía. Solamente yo quería que lo ayudaran a controlar, a que hablaran con él solamente. De hecho, yo le dije a la policía ayer, que
One moment, please. Actually, we called the police yesterday. We wanted to ask some type of, to help him control himself or somebody who could speak with him. Sí, señora, por favor.
sí, solamente fue la razón para que me lo ayudaran a controlar, que le dijeran que tenía que disciplinarse, pero mi intención no era, yo le dije al policía que yo no quería que se lo llevaran.
I actually wanted to ask for, to help him to learn control. I actually explained that I didn't want them to take him away.
Okay. Anything further, ma'am?
¿Algo más, señora?
Solo quiero que ahí en la corte me le den para buscarle ayuda, es lo único que yo quiero para mi hijo.
I just want that the court or over there, he can obtain help. I just want to ask help for my son.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms.
Gracias,
Guillen,
señor.
Your Honor, if I may, we do believe the one-day anger awareness course will be sufficient. However, I am also prepared to enter a consult for BHE so that not MH, but BHE, so that our social worker can just basically evaluate to offer any resources.
okay.
And Your Honor, we would continue to ask that it would be no further contact with the victim in this case. I understand that this is a mom testifying on behalf of her son and that she cares about him and is concerned for him. But my concern and the state's concern is that he already has an open case concerning violence where she was in the same apartment where he allegedly shot a gun. And then there's a second incident while this open case is pending involving violence and involving her belongings at the same location with the same victim. So we would ask that you would issue a no further contact with the victim, and the defendant can still get help. He just does not have to be in contact with this victim for the safety of the victim. Nothing further.
Again, a question for Ms. Espinosa. Does your son have anywhere else that he can live besides your home?
Otra pregunta para la señora Espinosa. ¿Tiene su hijo algún otro lugar donde vivir aparte de su casa?
No, solamente es aquí su casa, donde conmigo, con su papá y su mamá.
This is his home with me, his mother and father.
Okay. Well, for this case, if nothing further, it's going to be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial per the judge, 1 day anger awareness, a social worker visit to assist Mr. Espinosa, no further violent contact with Ms. Suarez or Ms. Espinosa, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Bueno, será entonces una fianza de $5,000 bajo firma a través de los servicios previos al juicio. Un día de clases de curso de control de la ira, no tener más contacto violento con la señora Espinosa y también una evaluación por la trabajadora social para que ver si puede recibir ayuda.
All right, if nothing further, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Buena suerte, señor.
And do we need Madam Interpreter for anything else this afternoon?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we
Thank you,
appreciate
Your
it. Thank you
Honor.
so much. You
Have a
good
good day.
afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Who do we have?
14.
14? Good afternoon, Mr. Thompson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have the case heard by video? Did
I
you-
just was understood that I'm here because I committed a certain type of.
Hold on, Mr. Thompson. You have a right to remain. Mr. Thompson, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. My only question to you is, do you agree to have this heard by video?
No.
Did you say no?
Deny. No. No.
Okay, Ms. Kim.
Yeah, please have a breakout room for 1 second, Your Honor.
Okay, there seems to be something at issue here, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Who do we have next?
Judge, you still gonna do the breakout room with Kim?
I guess he'll have, Kenny. He had a medical reset for tomorrow. Initially, Ms. Kim, is there something that you need to relay to the court, possibly in a breakout session to me?
For only for medical reason, Your Honor, that's all.
Say it again?
For his medical reason.
Right, so, okay, so let's just move on to the next person and we'll get to the end and we'll deal with Mr. Thompson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In this case, position 10.
Go to the back. Okay.
This is Angel Minor.
Yes.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes.
Oh. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003804A with battery family violence. And I believe that the possession charge was on null pros. Is that right, Ms. Duncan?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
13 total. Last was 2020. Probation violation for disorderly conduct out of Griffin. 2019 probation violation. 2019 probation, simple battery, simple assault, cruelty to children, 3 counts. 1 count trespass, family violence. Well, actually 4 counts of cruelty. Got a trespass conviction 2019 out of Henry County. 2019 FTA for battery DV, cruelty to children and reckless conduct out of Spalding. 2018 trespass conviction, 2018 probation. Got a 2018 disorderly conduct. It was amended from simple battery. 2017 disorderly conduct amended from simple battery, family violence as well. 2013 trespass conviction. It was amended from an entering auto. That's it. Hold on. She got an FTA one out of Griffin.
Okay, Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor, this occurred yesterday at the Emmett Park train station. Officers were patrolling the area and they were flagged down by people at the station, and they were notified that some other individuals at the station were fighting. And when officers approached the location indicated by the bystanders, they witnessed the defendant in this case and the victim in this case, Mr. John Henderson. That's John, common spelling Henderson, Henderson, fighting on the platform. When officers actually approached the two, they witnessed the defendant in this case with her arms outstretched towards the victim in this case, screaming, "See, look what you made me do." At that time, officers asked her to remove her hands from the victim's shirt and body, and she refused to do so several times. Officers indicated in the warrant, Your Honor, that this victim did in fact have visible injuries, including lacerations above one eye and below the other on both sides of the face. Given this defendant's history as stated by pretrial, we're concerned about a risk of reoffense because, as pretrial stated, there are some incidences, my apologies, that resulted from a violent nature in the past, as well as intimidation of this witness, because the warrant additionally indicates, Your Honor, that they're in an on-again, off-again relationship, and we're concerned that these two may have the cycles of violence may continue in that instance, as well as a flight risk due to the multiple FTAs and probation violations that are present on this defendant's record. Because of those things, Your Honor, and the violent nature, we're requesting a $5,000 surety, no further contact with the victim in this case. We're not sure if there are any children between the two, but if there are, a third party transfer, and to stay away from wherever the defendant resides, because we did not have his address in the warrant, just the location of the incident. If there are any belongings at the victim's address of the defendant, we ask for a one-time escort for her to get those belongings with the police, 1-day anger awareness, and no alcohol, drugs, and weapons.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Minor is actually, they do not have any children, so we don't have to worry about third-party transfer of child visitation. Mr. John Henderson is, right now their relationship is defined as a boyfriend. That's what my client says. Anyway, they do not live together, and 811 Glenwood address is my client's mother's address. So I would like to clarify that part. And right now, I believe that she has a warrant at Spalding County. So we would like to ask for signature on bond for this particular case, so that way she can take care of this matter here and be transported to Spalding County to take care of other issues as well. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, it's going to be $1,000 good bond, no further contact with John Henderson, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Who do we have next?
Medication, sir.
Ma'am, Miss Minor, would you please call me? I'll explain to you what to do. So I don't want you to speak anything to hurt your case.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next case, position 7.
Good afternoon, Mr. James Brooks. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video? Speak, you're on mute, courtroom 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. James Brooks. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003808J with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Second arrest, 2013 out of Miami, battery DV, aggravated battery of a pregnant victim. Those charges were dropped.
Okay, Ms. Brown?
Yes, Judge. This happened at 2873 Pearl Street, East Point, Georgia, Fulton County. In this case, the police responded and they spoke with the victim in that case, and Amber Gary, last name Gairy. And speaking with her, she told the officer that she was struck in the face. She had visible lacerations to the right side of her head and her face was bloody. Judge, what's concerning about this case is not just a situation where she was struck. I believe she was struck so hard, Judge, that at some point she lost consciousness. She basically told them, she was struck, and when she came to, she had the blood coming, from the side of her face. The case from Miami was a felony battery case, Judge, and that case was dismissed. Our recommendation in this case for bond is $2,500 surety bond, no further contact with Amber Gary. Stay away from the 2873, I believe it is, Pearl Street, East Point, 1-day anger awareness, no alcohol, drugs or weapons.
Thank you, Ms. Kim.
Yes. Mr. Derek James Brooks is 35 years old and they live together. He has been here in Georgia for the last 7 years, and they have two children, 3 years and 4 years old. He graduated from high school and he cannot work because of his disability ever since 2016, Your Honor. So there's no financial means for him to make any payment for the bond. I would like to request for signature on bond since his previous charge was very remote, almost 9 years ago. So signature on bond, please, Your Honor. And also he has a very special chronic medical condition that he has to have a medicine immediately, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, it's going to be a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1-day anger awareness, no further contact with Ms. Gary, stay away from the Pearl Street address, no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond.
Sir,
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes.
position 8.
Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Johnson, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003813B with improper erratic lane change, driving while your license was suspended or revoked, giving false information to law enforcement, 2 counts. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
In total, last arrest was May 2020, burglary 1st degree. That's open, 20 CP 1911936. Yeah, he was convicted back in 2018 for burglary, 4 counts. That's 17 SC 154484. 2018 suspended license and misdemeanor obstruction. 2017 suspended license. And a 2017 criminal attempt to commit burglary. That's it.
Ms. Brown?
Yes, Judge. On June 13th of 2022, Officer Severs, I believe, responded to a single car accident at 2275 Joseph Boone Boulevard, where a Volkswagen veered off the road, hit a MARTA bus sign, and collided with a tree. There were three children in the car, Judge. In speaking with Mr. Johnson, he indicated that he believed he had a seizure while driving, and I believe he was treated for that. While speaking with the officers, though, Judge, he gave them the wrong name. He gave them the name of James Jackson and Kevin Jackson. I believe he had a warrant for VOP on the burglary case at the time, which is why he told them that he gave them the false name. The suspended license came as a result for, I believe, one of the FTAs, Judge. Our recommendation on bond would be $1,500 surety, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and no driving unless a valid driver's license.
Okay, it's going to be a $5,000 signature bond for each count, which is makes it a $2,000 signature bond through the jail, no drugs, alcohol, weapons while out on bond, and of course, no driving unless he has a valid driver's license. Is that okay with you, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
What's
Good
the
luck
bond
to you,
amount?
Mr. Johnson. $2,000 signature bond total through the jail, $500 for each count.
All right.
Who do we have next?
13. Smith. Oh.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, good.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 003810F with fear evasion and criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
This is 4th arrest. Previous 3 come out of the state of Michigan. Last arrest was 2021. Obstructing police and retail fraud, 3rd degree. False report of a misdemeanor. 2017 obstructing police and a 2013 larceny from a vehicle. That's it.
Ms. Duncan?
Your Honor, this incident occurred at the College Park MARTA station on yesterday, where the defendant entered the MARTA station without paying the required fare, and when asked to leave, the defendant refused to do so. At the time, the defendant was negative for any MARTA suspensions, but at the time of the refusal to leave, the defendant was issued a 60-day MARTA suspension, which will become effective on July 13th, 2022. In this case, Your Honor, given the facts and circumstances, there is a preset bond of $1,000 per charge. However, the state will request that that be reduced to $5,000, not $5,000, my apologies, $500 per charge, making it a total of $1,000 total surety bond. And we ask that this defendant have to stay away from the College Park MARTA station, subject to any and all active suspensions and no alcohol, drugs, and weapons.
For each charge, it's going to be a $500 signature bond through the jail, which makes it a total of a $1,000 signature bond through the jail. He's to abide by any active MARTA suspensions and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Does that suit you, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
Good
you.
luck. Good luck to you, Mr. Smith.
Thank you. Field team.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state court expedited accusation calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Williams, you've been charged in case 22 CR 003811F with fare evasion and criminal trespass. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
53 total. Last arrest was in May. Possession of drug-related objects. He was arrested in March on MARTA for trespass. July 2019 on MARTA for, I'll put it in the chat. 2019 trespass conviction. 2018 trespass conviction. 2018 disorderly conduct conviction. It's a lot. That's it. But I'll put the other charge in the chat.
Thank you. Ms. Duncan?
Yes, Your Honor. Incident occurred yesterday at the North Avenue MARTA station, where the defendant entered the MARTA station through the handicap fare gate without paying the fee. And in addition to that, Your Honor, at the time this defendant entered that MARTA station, this defendant was subject to 2 active MARTA suspensions, one given on May 4th, 2022, and another one given on May 26th, 2022. And given this defendant's history, as pretrial stated, he does have 51 cycles. And in the last 5 cycles, there are at least 2 criminal trespass convictions and a criminal trespass arrest from March of this year. So we're concerned about the risk of reoffending. There is a preset bond of $1,000 per charge on this case, and the state will be asking for this bond amount to remain as set, as well as a stay away from the North Avenue MARTA station, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and to abide by any active or current suspensions.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Williams is 47 years old, and he does have a mailing address, and also he has been here in Georgia for more than 25 years. He does not have children. He does not have direct families to help him to get out of the jail right now. He also does daily labor, and his income is not stable yet. We would like to request for signature on bond, and yet if Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond because of previous trespass charges, we would like to request for $250 per charge, total of $500 surety bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so it's going to be a $500 good bond per charge, which makes it a $1,000 good bond. Abide by any active MARTA suspensions and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Williams.
Thank
Who do we
you.
have next? You're on mute, Corbin, too. Go ahead.
We got position 9, position 9.
Good afternoon, Mr. Marcher. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we're conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Plain clothes, sign.
Thank you. You've been charged in case 22 CR 0038121Y with battery family violence. Is there a history, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, this is second arrest. I'll put it in the chat for you.
Okay. Who's presenting for the state?
Sorry, Judge.
It's all right. Go ahead, Ms. Brown.
Yes, Judge.
And hold on, let me make sure that and who's representing Mr. Marcher?
It will be Miss Cleo, conflict attorney, please.
Ms. McLeod, are you there? Ms. McLeod? Okay, so that we
I
don't.
am here. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was having difficulty getting.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you were on the line before we proceeded with your client.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Brown.
Yes, Judge. On June 13th, 2022 at 1155 Virginia Avenue, Hateville, Georgia, Fulton County, the officer responded and spoke with the Montera Trammell. Last name is spelled Trammell. And speaking with her, she told the officer that the defendant in this case threw a cell phone, hitting her in the face. And the officer could see some blood from the inside of her mouth as a result of being struck by the phone. As pretrial mentioned, he does have those 2 arrests, one of them being an assault and battery, the dangerous weapon out of Oklahoma. Our recommendation for bond in this case is a 5,000 surety, Judge, based on his history and his limited ties to, because I believe that last arrest was in 2020. I don't believe he has sufficient ties to the community, which makes him a flight risk, Judge, a risk to reoffend, Judge, and a risk in this case to intimidate the witness. We're asking for that 5,000 surety and no further contact with the Montera Trammell. Stay away from the 1155 Virginia Avenue, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and FBIP, Judge, Family Violence Intervention Program.
Thank you. Ms. McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor. My client has been living in Atlanta for the past 2 years, Your Honor. He is employed as a cook. His family does live here. He tells me his mother lives here, and he plans to go to live with her once he gets out of jail. He tells me that the alleged victim and himself were in a relationship, Your Honor, and she had taken his phone and they were struggling for the phone, and that was what happened. I think someone saw them struggling and called the police. He tells me that the alleged victim has moved to Texas. She left after the incident. She has relatives in Texas, and she has, in fact, moved to Texas. So there is unlikely to be any further contact with her, Your Honor. So he has no issues with any kind of stay away order. Your Honor, even though my client has an arrest, he doesn't have any convictions on his record, Your Honor. And these are just allegations made against him. Nothing has yet been proven against him. So he is presumed innocent. He's only 21 years old, Your Honor. He tells me he has a daughter. He's not the primary caretaker for this daughter, but he is involved in her life, Your Honor. She's almost 3 years old. I would ask the court to consider giving him a signature bond, because he told me that they were pretty much homeless, and that was causing some stress between himself and the alleged victim. That was a big issue for them because they were being evicted from where they lived. So I'm asking the court to take that into consideration in setting his bond, Your Honor, his age, his circumstances. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, it's going to be $1,000 good bond, no further contact with Ms. Trammell, stay away from the Virginia Avenue address, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while out on bond. Good luck to you, Mr. Marcha.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would like to, I'm sorry, I apologize for interrupting really quick, but for position number 7, they live together and we have a stay away order. Can we please have a one-time law enforcement officer escorted visit for personal belongings, Your Honor?
Position number 7, Mr. James Brooks can have a one-time escort with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that he might have at the Pearl Street address.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Who do we have next, courtroom 2?
Position 12.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the State Court Expedited Accusation Calendar that we are conducting by video to help prevent the spread of the virus. Do you agree to have your case heard by video?
Yes, but I have a paid attorney, sir. I don't see him.
Okay. Who is Mr. Smith's attorney? Is he on the line? Are you representing Mr. Smith, Ms. McLeod?
Your Honor, I was, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him because I was told by the jail that he had a private attorney. But I'm happy to speak with him and to help him, Your Honor.
My attorney is Jonathan Marilyn.
Okay, so I don't see, when's the last time you talked with Mr., with your attorney?
I thought I had wrote his number down when I turned myself in, Your Honor, but I didn't. And I didn't call him, so I don't think he know I'm in court right now, so.
Okay, so we can do one,
I called and left a message. They let me know.
Okay, so Mr. Smith, this is what we can do today. If you want to wait until tomorrow to have this heard, we can do that as far as waiting for your attorney. If you want to have the assistance of Ms. McLeod this afternoon to represent you in this matter, we can do that, or you can proceed pro se, which means without a lawyer.
No, I paid a lawyer, so I want his representation, sir.
Okay, so who do you want to represent you? Do you want to wait until tomorrow till you're?
I'll wait till tomorrow, Jonathan.
Okay, all right. So at the request of Mr. Smith, we will reschedule until tomorrow, 6:15 at the SEA calendar so that his lawyer can be present.
Go back to position 14, Judge.
And is that the only one that's left?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna need a breakout with position 14. So if who needs to be in the breakout room? Obviously, Ms. Kim, Ms. Falk,
Ms. Duncan.
and Ms. Duncan. Okay, you can put us into a breakout room, please. Okay, jail, courtroom 2, sorry. Are they still on the line? Yes, they are. Courtroom 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just so you all know, it's gonna be a $2,500 good bond, and he's gonna get a social worker visit, okay?
Gotcha.
All right, and no further contact with Officer Leo, and stay away from the 1015 Coleman Street address. If he's released, he's to be released to the hold in Alabama.
You heard all that?
Okay?
Yes.
So,
So you're gonna take me to.
Please, Mr. Thompson, the judge has ruled. If you have any question, you can ask the officer, Norris.
Yeah, he was just asking me. I was explaining it to him.
Sure. Thank you, Your
Okay.
Honor.
I'm the one that has to take him back.
all right, thank you. I appreciate the help today. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Ms. Kim,
Yes.
Ms. Minor is extremely confused of what happened. Hey, go sit over here, Ms. Shaw.
She can call me, please.
We've been
Because
trying to call
I
you.
take
We've been
medication.
trying to.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it was ringing, and I had to turn off the phone because I was in the breakout room with the judge. I'll call right back.
Ask her the question now. Sit straight.
Yes, I don't understand what the judge just said.
Yes, I'll call you. Can I call you, please? Because I don't want I don't want the state to hear anything to say. I'll call you right.
But like I was explaining to you, I take medication, I take Seroquel.
Yes, I will call
And
you.
the guy
right back.
does too. So the guy takes other psychotic medication.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to call. I'm calling. Thank you.
All right, so I have,
Is there anyone else you're missing?
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. I know it's been a long day.
Yes, it has.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
All right, sir.
All right. So when we're ready, we can go over the calendar. Okay, Ms. Middlebrooks is ready.
Position number 1 was released, reset further notice. Position number 2 is a $3,000 sign-on bond for pretrial, reset further notice. Position number 3 is a $1,000 good bond, reset SAP, June 28th. Position number 4 will be reset to the expedited calendar on tomorrow, June 15th. Position number 5 is a $5,000 sign-on bond through pretrial per judge, reset further notice. Position number 6 is a $3,000 sign-on bond through pretrial, reset further notice. Position number 7 is a $5,000 sign-on bond through pretrial, reset further notice. Position number 8 is a $2,000 sign-on bond through the jail, reset further notice. Position 9 is a $1,000 good bond, reset SAP, June 28th. Position 10 is a $1,000 good bond, reset SAP, June 28th. Position 11 is a $3,000 sign-on bond through pretrial, reset further notice. Position number 12 will be reset to the SEA for tomorrow, June 15th. Position number 13 is a $1,000 sign-on bond through the jail, reset further notice. Position 14 is a $2,500 good bond, reset SAP, June 28th. Position 15 is a $1,000 good bond, reset SAP, June 28th.
Questions, concerns? Not hearing any. I guess I will see you all next time. You all have a good afternoon. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good day. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.